We've seen the screws being put on Ukraine. We haven't seen the screws being put on Russia. What President Trump is trying to do is effectively freeze the conflict, a bit like the Korean War was frozen in 1953. And the problem he has is that for the Ukrainians, that would mean conceding to losing control of about 20% of their territory. And the Russians think that they can win this war anyway through a war of attrition. So neither side is particularly enthusiastic about negotiating a deal. And that's before you discuss how you would even make such a ceasefire or ultimately a peace stable in the way that it has been in Korea.
But Jeremy Hunt, the two Koreas emerged from the Korean War as independent and sovereign nation states. The big fear in Ukraine is that that is something the Russians will not tolerate, and therefore Ukraine won't be independent and sovereign at the end of all this.
That is exactly right. And the reason that South Korea ultimately became a flourishing democracy was because of huge American security guarantees. And we have not seen any sign yet that Trump is prepared to do that. So that's why this is going to be a very long haul indeed. And I think the question that is worrying many people looking at it from a European perspective is that we've seen the screws being put on Ukraine. We haven't seen the screws being put on Russia. And so there's a concern that what we're going to end up with is something very one-sided.